Hello everyone, another training video. Today we will talk about slashes, candlestick formations, and what candlesticks can tell us in general. We will definitely consider Ether as the main cryptocurrency. Yes, one of the power in markets. Yes, both with Bitcoin. And we will also add this analysis to the level and moving averages that we went through earlier, so we can take any period overall. I like this sideways one. In it, our candlestick formations are clearly traced. The first one we're going to talk about is, for example, a bearish engulfing, right? When one red candlestick absorbs several candlesticks that came before it. In this range, let's say in this range where there were candlesticks, and then there was a bearish engulfing, that is a complete sell-off of assets in this range, in this sideways range. Here it is, for example. And then here's another one, a big, significant bearish engulfing. That is when we have like a rectangle, the red is going downwards, and it's even worse when it closes below the line, that is below the bottom. Here's another one. But this time, this particular bearish engulfing, it told us that the price is likely to go down, but it's... The next candlestick was purchased. This next candlestick will be called a hammer candlestick. And now we're specifically talking about candlestick formations. Why? Because all our technical analysis points should work together naturally. Yes, that is, we can understand what exactly this candlestick or this particular candlestick formation that is currently being shaped tells us. But all points should play into it. That is everything. The whole analysis should not just be about candlestick analysis. Then the result would be disastrous. After that, we have a hammer candlestick and a strong significant buyout. Why on this day? Yes, it was May 25th, because we touched the moving average. Yes, that is, we could argue that we still have a fairly powerful level here, yes, and 17.78 on Ethereum. Also, the jab into the 100th. This is important. It says that a lot of buy orders were touched. For example, here, yes, there was a jab into the moving average, which also was a factor in the sell-off. Yes, that is, this time the moving average is upper in the sense of 100. How resistance, yes, influenced as a stop, a slowdown in our price, a price movement, yes, an increment in it. We are now quite randomly moving on the chart, but generally it doesn't matter what chart it is, what range, and whether it is cryptocurrency or some sort of price asset or a stock. Technical analysis states that it works for any kind, let's say, prices. Why is it also important to draw your conclusions not only based on price formations, because they often give false signals, yes? That is, here we had a strong bearish engulfing of this entire range as a whole, but there was no further drainage. Yes, that is, there was no further fall. It almost didn't reach. Here, of course, yes, if it had been a bit more powerful, there might have been an idea of going lower, yes, to the next moving averages. And then there was a shot at 200, yes, into the 200-day moving average. Our candlestick formations are especially important when changing trends, yes. That is, here we are, the very first. We talked about trends, about how local and global trends often change with the aid of candlestick formations. You see sideways, and when there's a strong bullish engulfing, the movement above the hammer candlestick, we can discuss the continuation of the upward movement. Well, of course it didn't happen, so to speak, but it lasted, meaning it was possible to make a trade, make a trading decision. Oops! Breaking of these highs, that is by 11%, which is not bad, which is also excellent. And then to seek your take profits based on the levels, on the chart. Well, here this way, or even make the decision to close the trade in case of a significant loss from the highs. Let's take a closer look at a few variations of a trend reversal, like this for example. Zone, yes, when we had a slight uptrend, and you can see it, yes, right here, uptrend, the highs increase and the lows increase. But at the point where it changed to a downtrend, a candle formed, a candle called a Dodge. Yes, Dodge candle, that is a doji candle. When the candle, what it does, it rises in price. Within the candle, it rises, falls, and closes right where it is. Or it falls, grows, and closes right where it is. This forms a doji candle. Yes, something like this. Not an ideal option. The ideal option is when it's like this, approximately. And this indicates a change in the trend, a possible change in the trend. Yes, this is one of the ideas. Something quite significant. And when this happens on large time frames, yes on daily, yes on weekly, especially on weekly, let's look at what happened here. Yes, we can also see on the weekly charts that in the context of an upward trend, and as if hinting at changes towards a downward trend, there are many doji candles. Yes, that is doji candles. So such a name is fun. I repeat, what we pay attention to. Doji candles, yes, doji candles. Hammer candles, yes, those kinds of large candles. How a hammer candle is formed. A hammer candle is formed. It opens, falls, and rises. It closes higher. Yes, that is, it is ascending. And a falling candle, because it can be inverted, it rises, falls, and closes even lower. Yes, not to the point where it opened. Yes, the price has a meaning within the context of this candlestick absorption. Yes, within the context of precisely candlestick formation. So we have now considered the candles, yes, what more they are, what they hint at, where they are, how they are formed. And there are also candle formations, that is, combinations of candles that also convey to us certain types of information which we can consider regarding adoption trading decisions. Yes, for example, bullish engulfing, something like that. Yes, we had a bull run and a bullish engulfing. That is, we completely bought out this entire range, this entire sideways with a very strong engulfing. The best explanation, yes, it's on the R&R. I always tell my students where we watched it. Here it is, for example, yes, well, of this kind or that. Here, by the way, there was both bearish and bullish, yes, but the main one is this, yes, a huge bullish engulfing of the entire sideways, very clear with closure over the closures of the previous candle. Openings, closures, you understand? Yes, that is, we have a green candle opens from below, a red candle from above. The idea is that this was a true signal, which could, so to speak, not even look at anything else. Yes, that is, if you have such a picture, it is very likely you will go above. Yes, if the factors that we described earlier match. Yes, that is, the levels were kind of adequate. Yes, this main level has been broken. The trend is rising. Overall, yes, I'm talking about this big global trend. You see how great the radar is here on its upward trend. It's still going on, skyrocketing this type of coin, but knowledge about candlestick formations, yes, about what information candles give us, helps us in making trading decisions. Specifically here in this given situation, it would have helped. Let's say, sometimes horrifying images come out, especially with low liquidity coins. Generally, of course, we will start, as we are learning, we will analyze Ethereum and Bitcoin, yes, because the signals are clearer and it takes just more money to make a move. And Bitcoin in either direction. And the last thing we focus on when we talk about candles is their wicks, their shadows. Yes, that is, it's correct to say shadow. This is a very important point in terms of time frame. If we look at the weekly time frame, then everything is important to us. All shadows are important. All shadows matter, because even in such a big, long shadow, and the price has spent a day there. So exactly, yes, there's a long enough time, so you can't entirely, so to speak, ignore them, and you can't neglect them, like Bitcoin, because if the price went there, it should convey to us certain information. Yes, about level breakouts and about liquidity removal. Yes, in a certain zone. By liquidity removal, I mean order withdrawal. Yes, that is, there were someone's orders to buy or sell and they were removed, right? They were traded at the moment, most likely yes, but the lower we go in terms of time frame, yes, the closer we get to the chart, so to speak, it becomes less important for us. The shadows of the candlesticks are becoming shadows. Yeah, that's within this sideways trend, our shadows no longer have such a value. Yeah, the price here was just under 15 minutes, and that allows us to ignore, yes, the price movement in this direction when analyzing. Guys, thank you for watching. The topic is complicated and requires lots of practice, so if you saw it for the first time and didn't understand much, don't worry. Just remember these rules that I talked about. We look at bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, dojis, candlesticks grounded in both directions, looking at where the price closes, and importance of shadows increases only with high time frames. The last thing I wanted to talk about is where we're going to trade. It's the exchange by bit, the biggest liquidity, commissions, and free peer-to-peer top-up you will find on this exchange. Also, by clicking the link in the description, you can get a $10 bonus for a $100 deposit. A huge deposit, a huge bonus for a $30,000 deposit, for a $250,000 deposit. Join us. This is the best exchange for trading for people with a Russian passport. Now this promotion is taking place on it. Most likely it will end soon. Referral code 6383. Thank you for watching. All the best.